Welcome back to Learn English with Wania. This is day 6 of our 40 Days English Story Challenge. Here, we improve our English through real-life stories and speaking practice. Let's get started. Close your eyes for a moment. Now imagine you cannot see anything. You cannot hear anything. You cannot speak even a single word. No sound, no light, no language. How long would you survive like this? Most people wouldn't last a day. But today's story is about a girl who lived like this and still became one of the greatest inspirational figures in history. Her name was Helen Keller, and her life proves one powerful truth. Your situation may be difficult, but your future is still in your hands. So stay with me till the end, because this story might change how you see your own struggles. Helen Keller was born in 1880 in Alabama, USA. She was a healthy and happy child, but at just 19 months old, she fell seriously ill. Doctors believe it was scarlet fever or meningitis. She survived the illness, but it left her blind and deaf. From that moment, Helen's world went completely dark and silent. She couldn't understand words, she couldn't communicate her feelings. Imagine being trapped inside your own mind with no way to express pain, hunger, anger, or love. Helen became frustrated and aggressive. She would scream, break things, and hurt herself. People around her believed she was mentally incapable of learning. Some even suggested sending her to an asylum. Her parents were heartbroken, but they refused to give up. And that decision changed history. When Helen was 7 years old, a young teacher entered her life. Her name was Anne Sullivan. Anne herself had vision problems and came from a painful childhood. She understood struggle. From the very first day, Anne decided one thing. Helen Keller was not broken. She just needed a new way to learn. Anne started teaching Helen using hand signs. She would spell words into Helen's palm. But at first, Helen didn't understand. To her, these signs were meaningless movements. Days passed, weeks passed, nothing worked. But Anne did not quit. Then came one magical moment. Anne took Helen to a water pump. She placed Helen's hand under flowing water and spelt WATER into her other hand. Suddenly, Helen froze. Her face changed. For the first time in her life, she understood. This thing flowing over her hand had a name: water. That single moment unlocked her mind. That day, Helen learned 30 new words. Language had entered her life. After that breakthrough, Helen's progress was unstoppable. She learned reading through Braille, writing, speaking with great effort, multiple languages. Yes, a girl who couldn't see or hear learned French, German, and Latin. She later attended Radcliffe College and became the first deaf-blind person in history to earn a college degree. But life wasn't easy. She was often exhausted. People doubted her abilities. Some said Anne was doing all the work. But Helen proved them wrong. She wrote 12 books. She gave lectures around the world. She fought for disability rights, women's rights, education for the poor. She became a global voice without being able to hear her own voice. So what can we learn from Helen Keller? Lesson 1. Your limitations don't define you. Helen didn't focus on what she lost. She focused on what she still had, her mind and determination. Lesson 2. One person can change your life. Anne Sullivan's belief created a miracle. Never underestimate the power of a good teacher. Lesson 3. Struggle does not mean failure. Slow progress is still progress. Helen once said, "Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet, only through experience of trial and suffering." Think about your own life. Maybe you struggle with English speaking, confidence, fear of failure, lack of support. Now ask yourself, If Helen Keller could rise from darkness and silence to inspire the entire world, what is stopping you? Your excuses or your fear? Remember this: you don't need perfect conditions to begin, you just need the courage to try. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs hope today, because sometimes one story can change a life. Difficulties are not the end, they are the beginning. So yes, this was a real story. Helen Keller was a real woman, and her journey proves that no limitation is bigger than determination. If this story inspired you even a little, then like this video. It really supports the channel. Subscribe for more real-life inspiring stories and simple English learning videos. And comment below, what part of Helen Keller's story touched your heart the most? Don't forget to share this video with someone who needs motivation today. We'll meet again in the next video. Till then, keep learning, keep growing, and never give up. Bye. Take care.